live? I think we're live. Oh. Let's see if we can comb this hair a little bit. I just popped out of the shower, which was nice. See if we get anyone in here, or if it's just gonna be little old me doing a live shave alone. We got one. I like it. Who do we got? Who's here with me? Who's here? Hopefully I can see chat. There we go. Leroy! Richard! What's up, everybody? John, Marky, Ibrahim's. You're not alone, Marky B. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not alone. John from Southern Missouri. The Ozarks. 17 people, not bad. We're doing good. Just got started. Well, it's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Matt Jasarczyk, Razor Emporium. I was told that we didn't have a video prepared for today, so I need to go live. What's up, Terry? Richard from Alabama. Use my new Envoy 3 times. Love it, says John. All right. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, no, we do have a video for next Friday for sure. I just filmed it 2 days ago. We did a straight razor shave. Yeah. So we're going to get started. I'll just start lathering up here. We got, let's see, yeah, so I shaved Wednesday on at our YouTube studio. So that means it's been 2 days of growth. A good amount of growth there. Big fan of 1955. You know, I've actually pretty much used my entire tub. It's here in my other bathroom. And I need to bring a new one home because it's like I'm scraping the bottom, but I've like pretty much emptied it out. Glad to hear. I think it is my favorite. That and 88, I think are my 2 favorite Rex soaps. Okay, let's see. What are we going to use today for our brush? I'll shill. Your blades shave nice. Your soaps are fantastic, says Richard. Thank you. We'll use the Rex Deco brush. We only have a few more of these. I think we have maybe 30 left. We did a collaboration with another company, you probably can guess who. And they weren't as popular as I thought, but I like them, and they're around. I may not make another round of them, so that could just be it. So if you want one of these Lucite Deco brushes, got a super fancy Badger knot, give it a shot. What do we used to? You know what? I think I'm gonna grab for. We're gonna grab for 88. Might as well. It's sitting here on the counter. I do like it. Gonna get rinsed up. Even though I got out of the shower, still want to get some water on my face. How's everyone enjoying their Friday? $55.88 are my favorite 2 soaps. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. Hey, long-time viewer, first-time talker, got into wet shaving because of you. Thank you, says Richard. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. I'm just putting a little bit of pre-shave, the Razor Emporium pre-shave bar. Even though I just stepped out of the shower, it's never a bad idea. Anyone got any good fun weekend plans or anything fun going? I gotta go. My son is involved with flag football. He's in 4th grade, so we got a flag football game tomorrow. I think it's playoffs. If his team wins, then they have a second game, so it could be a long day at the football field. We're gonna make up some 88 here. Just threw some water right on top and just go into town. Doing nothing, says Leroy. That's, you know, sometimes those are the best weekends. That was last weekend for us. We only had one football game and church on Sunday, but not a whole lot else we did. You can see how difficult it is to get a good lather with the Rex soaps. Look at that. Like instant. Hope all of Wetshave Friday's going well back in central Pennsylvania. Nice. I was in Pennsylvania, western Pennsylvania, last October. I'm also really excited to tell everybody, mark your calendars now. Even though it's months away, it starts getting busy here. We're over the hump of Halloween, and next up is Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and they start going. I visited you at the old shop 10 years ago. Cool, Brian, nice. February 21st. That's February, the second month, 21st, 2/21. Saturday, February 21st, 2026, we're going to have our 5th annual. I think it's going to be the 5th. Arizona Shavers Meetup at Razor Emporium Warehouse. So February 21st, Saturday, February 21st, guys, 2026. I actually just got off the phone with Sharpologist. If you guys know Mark Harrow, Sharpologist, Mantic 59. The OG original gangster YouTube shaving guy, and he's going to plan to come out. We were going to have him fly out here a few weeks ago, and I actually booked him a flight and everything, and then something happened, a personal thing happened, and he couldn't make it. And so I just talked to him. I said, hey, let's just have you come out for our meetup. So Mark's going to be there. I'm really excited. We'll do a live, not a live shave, we'll do a shave video probably the day before, like on Friday, and then we'll have the meetup on Saturday. So if you've ever wanted to meet Mantic, Mark Harrow, Sharpologist, he'll be at our meetup. Have all the Parasso products, love them, says Richard. Nice, good. I love Parasso too. Jason says, hi, learn how to wet shave from Mark's videos. Yeah, Mark, I mean, I learned a lot from his videos too. So, okay, let's get into our shave here. What do we got? I think I have literally one more Rex blade. I gotta bring some home, or one last one. Okay, so for today, I thought I'd be excited. We will use the Rex Platinum blade. Why is this shaking? There was an earthquake just now. Okay, and for our razor, got some soap on there, but the winning, now don't look at the handle. The handle's actually an Icon handle. Old Icon handle, but because I don't have handles at the moment. I have one handle for the winning, and it's currently at a machine shop here in Phoenix getting like compared to as they're making samples for me. But I'm really happy to say that we are officially in production of the Yates Precision winning razor, and I am personally manning the machine. That's right, me. And this is actually right off of, I just literally went down to the shop just now, grabbed one and brought it back. This is milled in our shop on our machine that we bought from Yates. So 316 stainless head. And this has had no finishing, no passivation, nothing. It's off the machine. We'll probably do some tumbling and passivation, obviously. This is a comparison. This is actually my reference from Jake. Jake provided me this, and I have it like marked up with some Sharpie just to know that it's the reference. So this was made in his shop, and then this is made in our shop now. So we're going to go ahead and use this. So, but yeah, the handles, well, What's up, Texas Shaves at Barry, Bedford? The handles are being made at a shop that has a special Swiss lathe, which is like a 20-foot long machine, a long bar feeder. Imagine here, I'll use my toothbrush as an example. Imagine a long bar stock of stainless steel, and it kind of gets pushed into the machine, and then it gets lathed and turned down to the handle, and then it cuts it off, and then it pushes another piece in. These bar stocks are like 12 feet long. They're the same shop that made the page handle for our Rex page, and I saw a sample last week and it looked really good. I just wanted some little deeper knurl to match the original, and so I left them my only example, and they were going to rework it a little bit, and I'm supposed to go down hopefully next week and see another one. But we will have, I'm fingers crossed, we're going to have these available for Black Friday. Black Friday's coming up. So the winning razor will be our first Yates razor that we're able to release, made in-house, and we want it available for Black Friday. And I'm 99% sure that the price is going to be $95. So I think that when Jake was selling them, I think he sold them for $94.50 or $94. So I like even numbers, so we'll call it 95. I don't want to, people like we're guessing and wondering if when Razor Emporium bought it, am I going to just raise the prices instantly? Because I guess that's what people think. And I was like, no, I like their price points and I like everything about their business model. Why would I change it? The only thing I'm going to change about their business model is, at least at this point in time, I don't think it's going to be available for wholesale, meaning you can only buy it from Razor Emporium or the original Yates website we now own, and we'll have that up. And you can buy the winning razor on the Yates Razor website, or you can buy it on the Razor Emporium, but it won't be available like at Maggards or Shave Nation or West Coast Shaving or anything like that. And that's not to like diss them, it's margins. And I think one reason Jake may have gotten himself kind of into a little bit of trouble business-wise was I just don't think he had the margins there to support wholesale. And I think that just made it difficult to continue, but that's just my personal take. So anywho, we've got the winning loaded up, and again, I just threw an icon handle because it's what I have sitting in my bathroom. So don't look at the handle, just look at the head. But we're going to go ahead with the Rex Platinum blade and use the winning razor. Let's give it a shot. Nice. 2 days growth. Mowing it down. Got me into wet shaving after I found your videos. Glad to hear. It's all about spreading the knowledge and growing the community. I can see why this was a popular razor. So we didn't change a thing about it, not a thing. Like literally the original program was called up on the machine, it was still in there in the memory. The original vices, fixturing, everything's original. Even the packaging, we're gonna do exactly what Jake did. I'm not gonna redo his packaging. I thought his packaging was a little ordinary and pretty like basic, but I think that's part of the Yates charm. So it's gonna be literally copy paste, nothing's gonna change. Not even the price. There's a question from Richard, is the winning the mildest Yates? I think on his 921 model, he had various base plates like A, B, C, D, kind of like aggression. So I think if he would have got the mildest one of the 921s, it would have been milder than this. This I wouldn't describe as mild. I would describe it as a medium. I would describe it like a medium aggressive razor. Efficient, not overly aggressive, not blade forward. It's blade neutral. I mean, it's really nice. We'll We'll have all the specs on the website, but I'm sure you can search the internet and find some of that. The head makes it really intuitive to find the angle. So I'm not sure if this is before Henson or anything like that, but you can see it's got a pretty, here I'll kind of do one of these. It's got a pretty easy to find angle. And yeah, it just kind of lay it flat against your face and you'll find the angle. Barry says, medium, agreed, great razor. I bought a Russian Gillette Platinum. Is it a good one? Yeah, the Russian Gillette Platinums are like, I think, some of the best blades out there. Original handles had magnets in them. Was that in all the handles? And will the new machine handles have a magnet for blade removal? Yeah, so he had a neodymium magnet, and I think he bought it off of like a tool supply website called McMaster Car. Like I buy tools off of like bits and mills and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll buy the exact same magnet. Like I want it to be copy paste. Like it's all, to me, when we bought Yates, it was all about preserving what he had, like snapshot and just carrying it forward, like carrying the torch. I'm not gonna try to reinvent anything with it. The one says, also got into wet shaving thanks to you. Started with a Henson, a vintage Prospector Slim console. Now I got the Taitless Velocity 1. My wife hates you. Oh, I'm sad that she hates me, but I'm glad you're into it. I tell people all the time, you think I'm kidding, this is a cheap hobby, guys. Get into fountain pens. Get into watches, get into motorcycles, get into guitars, get into wine, whiskey, cigars. I mean, anything is probably more expensive than this hobby. Plus, it's a hobby you can use every day. You buy a nice firearm, you're not going to use a nice firearm every day. Beagles are expensive. Yeah, I've never bought like a fancy dog, but my brothers have. My brother bought like a fancy golden retriever, like purebred, and spent a bunch of money on it. Also just transitioned from electric to wet shaving. 4 electric shavers cause a lot of irritation in my chin. Good, glad to hear. I think that was pretty good. I may do like a little quasi second pass, not like an official second pass, just kind of like a little, maybe kind of sideways action across the grain. I know it's a rarity for me to do anything more than one pass. Got 57 people in here, nice. I also wanted you guys to know, with Black Friday coming up, it's a lot of promotions and holiday stuff happens and people running specials. We will continue to do that. We've done it every year. It's always our biggest sale of the year. So if there's been something you've been waiting for or itching for and you're waiting for that nice discount, sign up for our newsletter. We always start our deals on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Eve. We always start our promotions on that Wednesday. And I will tell you, we're going to do something different this year that we've never done. It's going to be the biggest sale we've done in, I think, 4 or 5 years. So it's bigger than the other years. But the first 3 days are the biggest part. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will be the big one. And then it'll reduce a little bit for the rest of the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, and Cyber Monday will go down to like more of our normal Black Friday. Gavin says, what do you use to trim the goatee? Funny you mentioned, I just trimmed it like 2 days ago and it's still here on the counter. I got like one of these straight up like barber clippers, a wall clipper, and I just put on whatever length. I usually, when I go get a haircut, I usually have a number 2 on the side, so I usually use a number 2 on my goatee as well. I just acquired a Rex Ambassador with awesome razor. Good to hear, Timothy. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Thanks. Ken's shaving. Definitely miss you and Douglas doing Leatherby shaving. Yeah, I would do that show, but he doesn't live in Phoenix. I'm not sure like how many years it's going to take for people to realize he moved back to Massachusetts. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. He's in Massachusetts. He has been for I think 3 years now. His business is still south of Phoenix, 1 hour south of Phoenix in a city called Casa Grande. And from what I know, his workers are still just kind of making the chocolate and making the soap, so to speak. I think of like Oompa Loompas still doing all the work, right? So I think they come out to visit like once or twice a year and make sure everything's good. But yeah, he doesn't live here. So otherwise, I would still make the show. I enjoyed it. Is the Yates website currently down? I see they are sold out on Razor Emporium. Love the content. Yes. So for various reasons, we kind of shut the Yates site down until we were going to have something for sale. And we will have it back up and running with the winning razor on it come Black Friday. And it'll be on Razor Emporium as well. Those are the only 2 places you can get it. And we don't have all the models. Again, we're only going to have the winning razor to begin with. We'll keep that going, and then next up will be probably the America, because from what Jake has told me, the winning and the America use the same vices to hold the parts in the machine, and they use a lot of the same tooling, and so there's not a lot of change up. So that's really good for me. Now that I've done some of this, I can see that makes a huge difference. And I've learned a lot about the machine, let me tell you. Yeah, it's not really getting anything off here. I don't think there's anything left. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to do a touch-up pass, but there's not much to touch up. That's good. Rinse off. So we'll start with the winning, and then America next, and last will be the 921. In fact, we're already kind of seeing the bottleneck is we may need to buy another machine. So I want this winning to get out and start making some revenue for us, and then I may bite the bullet and buy a second mill. And honestly, I may make the second mill just do the Rex Page razors only. We'll see. I put some 88 splash. Yeah, Leatherby shave was fun. America's my favorite Yates. Well, good, Barry. It'll be next, buddy. And we want to do the same. We want to offer the different materials. So we'll start with stainless, and then we'll go to probably brass and titanium. And we want to, trust me, I want to do all of that, guys. It takes a little while. I'm not someone who just wants to go. I mean, like when you sign up to buy a mill, I'm not joking, guys. It's like $100,000 investment, and you know, there's loans you can get, like a small business loan, but you have to make payments on that. So you need to have revenue associated with that machine to afford the payments. And I don't want to do what I've seen a lot of other guys do, including, respectfully, Jake a little bit, kind of bite off a little bit too much. And before you know it, you're chasing your tail and a crisis happens. And I can't, you know, we have too many other things with the Emporium and Rex to put ourselves in a financially dangerous position. We want to be really prudent for our staff and for our customers and for the continuity of business. And so don't worry, one of my jobs as the owner is to be smart and strategic about how we grow and expand and do it safely and fiduciarily responsible. So that's one of my jobs, right? Okay. Let's see here. If and when you were doing an injector style razor, what kind of style? I have been thinking, Leroy, I've been thinking more about that. Like, I've really come to love injector razors, and I do want a Rex injector. If I was to do one, it'd be machined. It'd be milled. I don't know if anyone else is doing a milled injector. I'm sure Blackland or someone like that would be doing one, or Timeless, I'm sure, but it'd be milled. And probably heavily influenced by Schick, like the classics, but just something, kind of an interesting take maybe on it. Do you know the Ohio Shaves guy? Yeah, Dave Martin. Yeah, met him at the Maggards meetup. And yeah, he's a cool dude. Like him a lot. Really good guy. Is there a shave conference coming up in Northeast soon? I'm not sure. I think Ariana and Evans had an open house, maybe either just happened or was happening really soon. So look at Ariana and Evans. Yesterday was my first time using a safety razor, much better than the old electric razor. Blades for beginner, get a variety pack. Get our beginner pack. I've always said I don't like to wave the crystal ball and say this is the perfect blade. Get a beginner pack that has kind of mild, medium, and aggressive blades and try them out, see which ones you like. They're all sharp. It's not like one's sharper. They're all sharp. It's just what feels best on your skin. Thanks for allowing the staff to show us around on our recent trip there. Cool. Yeah, you know, we're a pretty open book. And we take a lot of pride in what we do. And so, yeah, our staff likes to kind of show off the building and all the things we were up to. If an injector's die, I love my Type F. Yeah, Type F's a great one. Only manufactured 44 to 1 wartime. I agree, Brian. Type F, that's a good call. We need a Rex injector. Yes, we do. We first need to finish my butterfly razor, which is still an R&D, guys. Trust me. In fact, I got new parts today. We are heavily invested on that, and I could have bought a car instead of all the investment that I put into this design so far. But that's the level of investment we're at. But it will be done. Don't worry. But I'm not going to rush. I'm just not going to just put out a substandard product. Sorry. Okay. Got your ambassador some weeks ago. Favorite razor. Thanks so much. Masterpiece. Good to hear. Steel Town Dragon. I'd love a video for collectors about ideas, how to organize our collection, soaps, other accessories. That's, we've done some of that kind of stuff. Like we did a live kind of collection tour years ago. So look at our live. If you go to YouTube, go to the live tab and then scroll down to see me like in front of like a big wooden display case. It was a long live. It was like a good 40 or 50 minutes. And it was me taking my collection out of storage and kind of putting it into the display case. And I talk a lot about how to display and like my methodology and like my thoughts behind collecting and displaying. So watch that video. Hi, I found my blade using a variety pack. Good. All right. We're coming up on 30 minutes. I finished my shave. Look at the difference now. Nice and close. So yeah, feeling great. I just got back from the gym this morning. It's my routine. I'm not bragging. I've been at it for about 13 months now, and I started at 3 days a week, and then I upped it to 4 days a week, and I got a trainer, and he kicks my butt. Shout out to David, Forbes Fitness, and yeah, so I just got back from the gym and feeling strong. I lost some weight. Probably maybe you've noticed I'm down actually 45 pounds in the last year. Yeah, it was kind of like my cope of turning 40. I did turn 40 this year, and I kind of looked at myself and was like, I want to start the next half of my life, a little different. And I'd never been into gym culture. I never stepped in a gym in my life. Never really lifted any weights before. But I really come to enjoy it, and I do it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the morning before work. So I go drop off the kids and go to the gym, and then take a shower at the gym and head into the shop. But it's been a big part of my life. So if you are out there and you're thinking about getting started with your fitness journey, I highly recommend it. Anywho, looking for an outstanding vintage razor to complement my collection of other high-end safety razors. What do you recommend? A vintage razor. If you don't have some of the classic Gillettes, like a Fat Boy or a Slim or a Red Tip, or maybe even a Toggle, like go for some of the classic Gillettes. Like they're classic for a reason. Brian says resistance training, diet, living a healthy lifestyle allows us to keep the kids. That's right. And that was another big thing. I was like, I want to keep the old man away, keep up with my kids. And yeah, I've definitely been into the diet part. That's you can't just lift weights. You got to do the diet. So I eat a lot of chicken. I eat a lot of steak, like lean steak, like flank steak or tri-tip, ribeyes on the weekends. Cut out a lot of carbs. If I do have carbs, it's more of like sweet potatoes or sourdough bread or rice. So more easy carbs or oatmeal, stuff like that. Anywho, do you know if there's a razor deficiency of an R41 but smooth like a Henson? I'd go for a slant. I mean, hate to sound like I'm plugging, but ask anyone who owns a console or one of our Centuries. Our slants are really efficient, but you don't feel the blade. They're really smooth. So try out maybe the console or the Century, or someone else's slant. A slant in general will be really efficient. Look great, my man. These habits are going to pay dividends. Thank you very much. Yeah, and the great thing is my wife's joining me too. My wife, about a couple months into it, she joined, and she has her own trainer, and we have, so I see her across the gym doing her session, I'm doing my session, so it's good. Do you like the Hendrix Classic soaps? I live just down the road from Pete. Yeah, we carry the Hendrix Classics, and we've done several shave review videos of them. I'm a fan. Yeah, I think they make a great base. Yep. Slant or technique with using a J-hook or the Gillette slide. That's right. Okay, well, guys, I'm at 33 minutes. I have a busy day. I got a lunch meeting. I got to go run an errand to get some more pallet rack material. We're really expanding our warehouse. If you guys come to the Arizona Shavers meetup, you will see the warehouse looks a lot different now. Oh, Marissa, our video person, is in here. Everyone go follow Marissa Neal. You see her down there, that pretty little girl with the black hair, brown hair. Go follow her Instagram or whatever YouTube channel. She's our video producer. Marissa, plug the shoot. Okay, so let's see, the 16th and 17th. If you're in the Arizona area and you want to be part of a photo shoot, we rented a house. We rented like an Airbnb, and we're going to be doing like a photo shoot for the website and our marketing materials. And so if you want to, hold a brush up to your face, like, or make a lather and your hands are like, and be that guy, contact us, send us an email, send us whatever. We are looking for some male talent. We're looking for some handsome dudes, or even just if your hands look really good and manly, you get good manly hands, you don't want your face shot, that's fine. We get your hands, making a lather, stropping a straight razor, whatever. So check us out. Have a great day. As weird as it sounds, thanks for popping on here talking with us. Yeah, guys, I love doing this stuff. I love doing the live shaves, and so we try to do it like once a month. So anything else? Look no further, says Barry. Yeah. Anything else, guys? Hit me up. You can hit me on social media, of course. A lot of people hit me on Facebook Messenger, Instagram, email. I'm sales@razoremporium.com. You can call the shop 855-264-1199. That's all I got. Matt Pisarcik, Razor Emporium. We'll see you next time for all things wet shaving. Thanks so much, guys.